And we want to bring you the weekly recap and some other fun stuff later on. But I have my friend who co-host.
I'm Braden.
And now what we're going to bring up first is a weekly recap of the Eagles versus Chiefs game. And it was a dominating performance by the Eagles by far. And there was 2 birthdays on that day too. Cooper Deshaun and I believe who else birthday was on that day? I think it was Saquon Barkley too. So they both had a very good birthday day on that Eagles game.
Yeah, nah, that game sucked. I didn't like it.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I wanted to watch a fun Super Bowl. And then I said the Chiefs sucked really bad. I don't know how they even got there, actually I said that the whole time. But I don't know how they got there, but they were winning. But nah, that game sucked. I turned it off at half and I watched the rest of it. The halftime show was bad, the game was bad. Overall, not fun.
Yeah, can you believe that there's only 1 first down in the first half? That literally the statistic.
I know.
It was pretty bad.
Boring game.
I don't know. I really like watching the defense, and I really like seeing the Chiefs lose because even though I'm not really Eagles person, everyone likes watching. If they're not a Chiefs fan, they love watching Chiefs fall down. So I'm hoping that's what brings the Chiefs' downfall for later on. But I mean, let's talk about the Eagles' defense. It was a dominant performance by them.
Yeah, I think Vaughn is his name, or I don't know. He's one of their backers. That guy's crazy. He's been crazy the whole season. I think he got
I mean, yeah, he was unexpected.
All-pro, right?
He was unexpected too. They just picked him up out of free agency, and he wasn't really looked at as much.
Even on special teams too, he was really good.
Yeah, and the Eagles' O-line was amazing too, as always. But
hey, one guy who doesn't get no love though.
What?
Quinn Mitchell,
mm-hmm.
quarterback. Don't even know he's there half the time because.
I talked about him last week. Yeah, literally talked about him last week, and I was just like, this guy's gonna be the guy that's gonna make a difference in the Eagles game. It's just the Eagles' backfield, their recruiting and everything, really got to why the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They were just a better team than any other team.
I concur. I feel like it was just. I don't know. I didn't like the game at all. It was so boring. I like watching close, fun Super Bowls.
That's true.
I mean, if this was a blowout team and I was the Eagles, I would have loved it. Just because, you don't have to, sweat and be like, oh, my God, are we going to lose? And be like, we're up by 40 points.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but there was 6 sacks on Mahomes that day, too. I mean, Eagles defense. I mean, the offense popped off, too. Did you see that Devontae Smith catch where Jalen Hurts just picked pocket right in the hole? Did you see that? It was like a 38 passing yard.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I mean, Saquon kind of ran all over them.
No, he didn't. He barely had any rushing yards that game. He only had 50 rushing yards. It was mostly Jalen Hurts that carried that game.
How many receiving yards too?
He didn't. I think he had more receiving yards than running yards, but
I mean, he's
Saquon.
not getting deep passes. He's getting pop-out passes, swing passes. Those are still somewhat of him running.
He had a wheel route that he caught that went around the runner.
Whereas, what mostly passes is he getting? Swing passes.
Sometimes, yeah. When I was watching the game, I didn't really see as much of those. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, how many yards did he have total?
Probably honestly, probably 100. Probably 50 rushing, 50 receiving is what I remember. But it was mostly just the wide receivers that were carrying the load that game. It was all of them. Dotson, and then they had Smith and A.J. Brown, and they all contribute. But Jalen Hurts really was the person of that game. He really showed that, I mean, coming off that concussion, he is still the guy for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, 100 yards total for running back, still solid. How many touchdowns did he have? 1 or 2?
Right, yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts was running for his life for that game. I mean, Chiefs' defense is no joke, and he really treated them like a baby.
Yeah.
But actually, the defense did too. You see Cooper Deshaun, I meant.
Pick six.
Yeah, that pick 6 was amazing. I was just like, no way. These white corners are insane. Come on, man.
Hey, I ain't putting no words around that, but it was pretty nice to see. I honestly, enough of this game because this game was pretty mid for a Super Bowl game.
It was.
Didn't win any money. Didn't get nothing. Squares suck. Don't gamble. It's not fun, especially when you lose. Let's talk about the halftime show.
Oh, I don't know. I'm really if you're a Drake fan, you're probably gonna hate it a lot. But I mean, it's just not. it's hard to do a performance when you only have like one artist on there. I feel like there needed to be more
Well,
dynamic.
he brought out SZA.
I mean, yeah, but she barely sung. She sung for like 1 minute and she was like just dancing.
Yeah, no, I didn't really like it at all. It didn't sound like him. Like, I know it's supposed to, because it's like no auto tune, this, that.
Yeah.
But like, it was like not even like within rhythm. Like, it sounds like me in the like back seat, like with like buddies, like just singing. It was not it.
I mean, yeah, you're right with that. It was not the best halftime. I mean, there's others that were way better. I mean, and worse. It was like in between, like 6 out of 10.
Which one do you think would be worse than that?
Usher. I didn't like Usher's. He was like almost. I hate
It was
Usher.
more of like comical. I liked when he was on roller, like
Oh my
rollerblades,
goodness.
just going around in this circle for some reason.
It was so stupid. Even Rihanna was better, and she was pregnant. So
No,
my favorite is the old one, like the '90s rap
50
with Snoop
Cent.
Dogg. Yeah,
50 Cent, that was gas.
Eminem there too. Oh my goodness, they just need to bring that back again. But wasn't Lil Wayne supposed to be in that? Wait, not Lil Wayne. Who was it that people wanted on the halftime show this year? He was from New Orleans. Yeah, it was Lil Wayne. I was right. Yeah, Lil Wayne. Everyone wanted him because he was based in New Orleans. I mean, it would have been good to have him on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I feel like they need to do more collab when they do it next year. Like how you said they didn't have enough people. I feel like they need more collabs. I mean, you have guys that are just. You can't have Kendrick do a whole show.
Yeah.
With it, because it kind of just gets old, and also, he's an auto-tune wizard, so like it sounds a lot better from like on like sound apps, not just him just saying it off the top with no editing. Which I feel like if you have other people, it kind of like
It changes the mood of the thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
like you could have brought out. I don't even know. You could have brought out so many other people like in the same genre.
Probably like Pharrell Williams, like from do you know about him?
Who?
Pharrell Williams, like he's
Pharrell?
Pharrell Williams. I can't say it. Pharrell Williams. He should have been on there. I mean, with him, he did a song with Kendrick.
What is he gonna sing? Happy?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I like that
that's
song.
like-
It's probably better than
Hey,
half what
Drake,
Kendrick
And
sang.
then you're gonna have. 'Cause I'm happy in the cloud of you. I don't think that's a great combo, but I feel like there was a better one.
Just put Drake out there. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Drake on like the other side.
Oh
on the
no,
Chiefs
I don't
side.
think they would ever
I don't
allow
think
that.
people
I
side.
think it would go out in a shootout or something.
That'd be horrible. Imagine that as a Super Bowl highlight.
No.
The game's already done at halftime, and you just see that on your like, Gmail.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like, bro, what is
that's
happening?
maybe not. Maybe not look at that.
That would-
But I mean, when we look back at that game, let's get rid of the halftime shows because it was just plain awful for most people. I mean, Kendrick fans are just glazing Kendrick right now.
10 out of 10, best performance.
Yeah, but I mean, Jalen Hurts really had a revenge game after that last season where they lost to the Chiefs, 38-35. He was like, I understand it now. I know what to do, and he cold-blooded just murdered the Chiefs.
Back on like a different thing, because I'm done talking about this game.
Oh my goodness.
We'll talk about next year. How do you think they're gonna plan up? How do you think they're gonna set up? Do you think Eagles will have another like really good run? I think the Chiefs are gonna have a fall off. That's just me though.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna be like in a wild card spot, like 10-7, like type of record.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They're gonna have to draft some stuff because they're.
I mean, there's great wide receivers in the draft. There's great running backs in the draft. But actually, I feel like they should draft a running back. That's what they need the most right now. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco, the Chiefs, yeah.
Get out of here.
They did not have a solid running back
What do you mean?
during the Super Bowl.
During the Super Bowl, how about the whole season? You had Kareem Hunt, you had Isaiah Pacheco.
Kareem Hunt's old,
Kareem Hunt popped off.
but he's not gonna do it next year. He was just picked up like last second. He has a boot. I mean, he can be a kicker.
He popped off. Isaiah Pacheco, the year before he got injured, he popped off, which they were trying to win. They were kind of, I mean, maybe you think they need a running back. I think they could get another running back, but because I don't think Isaiah Pacheco's gonna carry the load that they're thinking he's gonna do just because of his injury. But I think Kareem Hunt's a really solid number one. And if they have another guy that they can mix in,
It could be like the Tampa Buccaneers type of situation where you had like Rashad White, but then Bucky Irvin took
I was
over.
gonna
That's
say-
why I'm feeling like Chiefs should do. They should get someone. There's solid running backs in. It's
I
probably
was
been
comparing
one of
to
the best
Chargers,
running
not Chargers,
backs.
Washington.
Yeah.
Robinson Jr. and then
Mhm.
Eckler.
Mhm.
I mean, Kareem's kind of that Robinson Jr. type of guy, and you need that quick guy that just gets touchdowns. And I don't know. I feel like that I could see another running back, but I feel like their main concern should be probably that O-line, maybe a receiver, and the secondary. Their D-line looks great. Other than that, I don't know what else.
Yeah. So for the fans out there, I want you guys comment in the section. Do you think Eagles are going to be prominent next year, or do you think the Chiefs will have their downfall? So those are big questions that we will need to hit upon later, but we'll head into break. In the break, and now we're going to bring you guys the predictions for next season, and I feel like we're going to bring up NFC standings, and I want to bring up the NFC East first. How you thinking about, who do you think is going to be the first one to, win their division?
For the NFC East.
Yeah.
I got it pulled up. You have Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants.
Yeah.
So out of those, for my number one, I gotta say Eagles. I don't think they're gonna lose that many guys.
No, they're not losing many guys. The only thing that could be their problem is probably injuries, but I mean, it's doubtful because they're a very healthy team. They usually don't see much, and they have great backups.
The real question is what they're gonna draft this year. I don't even know what you add. I mean, they lose A.J. Brown, so they might pick up another one.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. They're just a dominant team. I don't really see them slowing down.
Definitely, probably maybe an O-line picker. But okay, in second you have. You're gonna have to go Commanders again. I thought they should have made it farther than what they did. I think they could have gone.
I think it might be the same order as last year because I feel like Cowboys aren't. I think the Giants are still gonna suck unless somehow Cam Ward or Shore Sanders are like Daniels and just carry the team to wins. But I don't see that happening any day for them.
Cowboys are gonna suck as usual.
They're always mid. They're not suck, but they're mid.
They're pretty bad. For the guys that they have, they're really bad.
Dak Prescott, Michael
Parsons,
Michael Parsons amazing though. He's a freak. He's a freak athlete. They have the guys. CD Lamb too. I don't get it. Okay. I think Dallas just ruined their whole organization.
Move on to a more controversial division, the NFC West.
All right.
I mean, these teams, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, and 49ers.
I really don't know. Yeah.
They're kind of all within the same. I don't really know. I think the 49ers could make a big leap to number one or number two.
Honestly, yeah. Since all of them are recovering from injury and had a lot of rest, I feel like they could be a prominent team just like they were before. It's just from being in the Super Bowl so much in the playoffs, they really haven't had rest going into the season that they were going to play. So that's why injuries led up to why they could not be a good team this year.
I'm telling you, I think if they get rid of some, like Debo, get rid of some of those guys that, they're kind of getting older and stuff.
I don't know why they re-signed Brandon Ayuk. I knew that was such a bad idea.
I know. I don't know. I feel like they just need to refresh their receiver core and all of it.
But you know what I like about them? I like the Ricky Parcel. He's actually shown really excellence towards the end of the season as a wide receiver.
I like I mean, Fred Warner's really not Fred Warner. What am I talking about right now? Nah, I think Brock Purdy on like the offensive side of the ball. I feel like they should keep him 100%. Keep going. I mean, they invest a lot of money in him. I mean, it's not his fault though. I mean, the receiving core on that team is so poor that they just can't do anything.
I mean,
all of them are
it's
hurt.
not Brock Purdy's fault. I think he's a great quarterback.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're all hurt all the time. I mean, Debo's out for a couple weeks. I mean,
Christian McCaffrey, that's one of the biggest guys that led to why they are such a great offense. I think he's going to have a downfall next year.
I think he'll have a crazy year next year. Just because look at all the rest he's had. And he still has a whole other offseason to get better.
But he's such an injury-prone guy, just like Jonathan Taylor. Like, they both can't get rid of their injuries.
I think he'll hit the offseason hard, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, second, who you got? Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals.
Well, I was thinking, like, how my order would go is, like, I would pick 49ers first if they're healthy. And then second, I think Cardinals. I think Cardinals could have a secret little, like little jump, you know? Like, they might make it in the wild card. I don't know. I just have that feeling.
Give me your whole thing. Like, give me your four.
So, 49ers, Cardinals, I think Rams, and Seahawks last. Because Seahawks is just, I don't know. I don't really see them improving upon next season unless somehow Geno Smith is just turned into, demon mode.
I kind of agree with you a little bit. I'm going to change mine, though. I'm going to put Niners, Rams. I mean, think about the stunt the Rams.
Yeah, Sean McVay is probably one of the best coaches you will ever see.
Stafford, I mean, they got guys. They got Puka. They have Cooper Kupp. I mean,
Cooper Kupp's going to get traded. Yeah, they're trading away Cooper Kupp.
He hasn't been doing that much since Nakua came, but I don't know. And then third, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think Cardinals. Got some stuff they could – they're definitely – I mean, James Conner, they got guys they can do some stuff with, but I feel like they just need to improve their defense a lot more. They ain't got that many guys.
That is true with, like, Seahawks. I mean, you just don't see them coming out having
They're going to be I feel like they had a really good season this year for what they have. I feel like they're going to be mediocre next year. I mean, Geno Smith is not going to be one of your elite quarterbacks. I mean, he's always they say passing yards is that. Watching him play, he's not going to be that guy. DK's gone. Lockett's old. I go on Madden 2016 and he's X Factor. I mean, he's old.
That is true.
I mean, Jack Smith and Jigba is going to have to take over the team, basically. I mean,
I just don't see anything coming out of that.
That's what I'm saying. They just don't have the guys. They already got rid of Bobby Wagner, and we see how, I mean.
That's why I say if the Cardinals pick out defensive guys in the draft, I feel like they could be a better team. Their offense is star-studded. Like, I feel like they just need to pick up another wide receiver.
They're losing guys, though. I mean, DK's gone. Lockett's probably – I don't even know if – he might be a number 3 next year if he's – he's old. Like, he's old.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're just losing guys, and they haven't moved forward since their Super Bowl run.
That is true. So, we're going to end with that. But, I mean, I think NFC North is going to be, like, the toughest. When we come back,
we will hit –
Oh, no.
Oh.
We're not done yet. I meant we're done with NFC West.
We got time, yeah.
No, we got a lot of time. So, like,
NFC North, the best division.
It's gonna be the hardest division, the hardest to predict.
Even
I feel like all of them could make it to the playoffs. That's how.
I mean, Bears, depending on how they do. I mean,
they just need to pick up O-line. I feel like they have great defense. It's just the defense was scored on so much because the offense couldn't provide like time. Like they just got off the field so fast that the punter had to kick it all the time.
Yeah, poor punter.
Poor punter. Yeah, so I bet his foot hurts because how many punts he has to kick for the Bears. I remember Caleb Williams said from the start, you don't have to punt much. But he had to punt like 20 times per half. So it's
I don't know. So who you have your 1 through 4? We'll try and
it's going to be kind of difficult. I don't know because Vikings defense is just a great defense, but with JJ McCarthy in, he could be suspect, but I don't know. I didn't really see JJ McCarthy as the top quarterback in that draft.
You think JJ McCarthy's going to go there?
No, JJ McCarthy is going to be the starter next year with the Vikings. What?
Over Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold's not going to get re-signed. He was only signed for a 1-year contract.
You don't think they're going to re-sign him?
Nah.
They went 14-3. This is the best run they've had.
Yeah, but any quarterback can get fitted in with that. Or it's like the same thing with 49ers. And the Eagles, kind of. They have a great, like, O-line and defense.
just so you know, they tied.
And they have Justin Jefferson. So any quarterback that see how Kirk Cousins did without Justin Jefferson, he's in the Falcons and now he doesn't even play anymore. He got replaced. So there's a big change up in that. So
he's old.
Sam Darnold is old. And
He literally. Okay.
he's old.
What do you think of the Eagles?
I think they're a prominent team.
Do you think they're the best team in the NFC?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Guess what the regular season record is?
It was like 13 and
14 and
4.
3. Guess what
3.
the Vikings is?
13 and
14 and 3. They
14
have the same
and
record. And you think they're gonna get a rookie and not resign Sam Darnold? No team will sign Sam Darnold. I don't think. I don't think any team will pay him.
Raiders.
The Raiders are gonna draft a quarterback.
Yeah, but they need someone under
No.
mentorship.
Under mentorship.
I don't know.
Why would they give here?
I don't know. Sam
take this-
Darnold's not gonna
here,
go anywhere.
Take out my whole bank account and try and teach this guy we picked up in 20th pick.
I mean,
And you're not gonna play, but you're gonna teach
what
him.
makes good quarterbacks is having mentorship and leadership under, like, learning from that player. Like, that's how it worked for many of the guys that came into the league, like how Packers do it, like how Brett Favre then it goes to Aaron Rodgers and then it goes into Jordan Love. That's how it kind of works, and
usually
that's
when
how
they
they
pay
succeed later on.
20 mil for a quarterback, they usually don't put him on the bench while the rookie that makes
That is true. I mean,
500,000 plays.
they could just sign him for 1 year, you know.
Sign him for 1 year for 20 million? Sam Darnold was a backup for like most
Yeah,
of
that's
his
why
career.
he shouldn't.
Why would they sign him?
That's
for
why
a
he
back-
shouldn't be starting
Here,
for the
Here,
Vikings.
if you want to be a great backup and have one really good season, we're gonna sign you.
I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I don't know if Lions are gonna still be that good team from last year.
Lost Ben Johnson.
They did, and they lost the defensive coordinator, which is a big. Nah, we're gonna keep going.
Bats.
So, but I think Dan Campbell still can carry the load, and they still have this like kind of the same team from last year. They just lost all their defense, which
I think they're gonna be one of those wild card spots. I don't think they're gonna be their number.
they're not gonna be the number one. I think maybe Packers. Hard to say. If they pick up
wide receiver.
Devontae Adams, I think that could be
Yeah.
a big change in the role of. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm gonna have to be a little not biased today.
I'm biased.
But I think Packers just have a great, like even with the mid wide receiver core, you have to agree it was a mid wide receiver
It
core.
was.
They don't have a number one right. They don't have a true number one.
But they have the cap space where they can pick up that DK Metcalf. They can pick up that Tyreek. They can pick
That is
up those
true.
guys that could leave them going forward. But then on the other side, their defense that everyone's saying, I think they're the youngest. They are the youngest team in the NFL. Another year of those guys. They're all on rookie like most of them are on rookie contracts. They pick up another first rounder. I just want to know what they pick. They got to pick an alignment, I'm guessing.
Yeah, are they going to resign Jair Alexander like the
Jair?
Alexander?
they
I don't
don't.
think
I
so
hope they
because he
don't.
costs too much money and
he's
he
never
already
healthy.
is injured.
He's never healthy.
Never
I
healthy.
mean, they got to pick up a corner. They need to get an edge rusher, and they need an O-line. Their D-line, Lucas Van Ness, I don't like him. I think it was a really poor pick. I mean, I don't think he's done that much this year. And for a first-round pick as a DN, you're not even starting most of the time. And the middle linebacker that was your middle linebacker, Rashad Gary, is getting more reps at DN than you are.
So how you picking it right now is probably like I'm thinking like Packers, Lions. I'm hoping the Bears be third and the Vikings last. But I mean, I think all of them can make the playoffs.
I do too. I think Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears. I think the Bears are going to go to a 8-9, like kind of mutual around there. I think Lions will go 9-8, barely make the wild card. I think the Vikings will have a solid like 4 seed somewhere around there. I think the Packers could take the number 1 seed, but with the Eagles, and then I like the Buccaneers, but it just depends how it goes. I feel like the Packers are a lock.
Buccaneers are not going to be that. Like I think they're still
they
going to be
get
that
back,
8
get back,
and 9 team.
Godwin. They get back Godwin.
Their division is the weakest division I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah. So we're going to bring up NFC North, NFC South now.
yeah,
I almost got it
I
wrong.
like that. I like that.
I think
If
I
you don't
think-
say Buccaneers number 1, we're gonna have
I think
a problem.
Falcons number 1. I like Michael Penix Jr. He's been with IU and transferred to Washington, which was smart because IU was a terrible football team during that time. I mean, that coach was playing awful. So I'm happy for Michael Penix and where he's at right now. I think he's going to be great with Darnell Mooney on his team. He has a great wide receiver core, Darnell Mooney, and then you have Drake London. I think those two are just a very good to pass to because Drake London's a great wide receiver, and with Michael Penix Jr. passing to him now with deep routes, he's a deep route threat. So that's what brings reasons why he's so good.
I don't know what you're saying right now, and I'm kind of lost.
I think Falcons are going to be one.
Then the Buccaneers.
Yes. Then the Buccaneers. I mean, Baker Mayfield's getting a little old, but I think he's still going to be.
He's getting a little old. He's getting a
There's
little
need
old.
to be change. There's always change. There's always surprises.
Nah. Baker Mayfield getting a little old. I'm about to pull this up. Here, keep talking real quick. Here.
I mean, yeah, so what I'll be doing first is Falcons, then Bucks. I think Panthers. I think Saints are going to be last for sure because they're just an injury-prone team.
He's getting old. Who's the best quarterback in the league?
Lamar Jackson.
Who's number 2?
Josh Allen.
I'm pretty sure that they are selected in the same draft class. Oh, and Lamar Jackson. So number 1 and number 2 are both in the 2018 draft that Baker Mayfield was drafted in.
It doesn't matter.
They're too old too.
Doesn't matter. I mean, I think he's just not going to be as successful as he was. And honestly, maybe it was a little... They got out of the college faster, probably. But they're physically better than him. Like, Josh Allen's taller and he can actually truck through people. But Baker Mayfield just has more, like, grind and heart onto the field. Like, he would actually just put his life on the field. I think he might get injured next year.
You just said Drake London. London's a mid wide receiver 1. Mid. Darnell Mooney is a bad wide receiver 2. Good wide receiver 3.
Darnell Mooney's a good wide receiver.
What?
Darnell Mooney's a good wide receiver.
Good wide receiver what? 3? Yes.
No,
2?
2.
No.
He's a great pickup for 2. And I'm sure Falcons can pick someone up later, pick someone up in the draft as a wide receiver to help with their chances to get
you're
number
saying,
1.
Who has a better wide receiver core? Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, or Darnell Mooney, Drake London? Who are you taking? Not for longevity, next season. Be honest.
No, I'm going to say that I feel like Bucks are more injury prone.
No. Who's the 2 better players?
Well, if you had to do
excuses in between
legacy,
the lines,
like career,
this dude's
then
big toe hurts this game, and this guy's pinky hurts.
legacy-wise, it is Mike Evans.
Not legacy.
Yes,
legacy.
it is.
Next year, who will be better?
I think Drake London. Drake London and Darnell Mooney.
Are better than Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
I mean, Chris Godwin, you just haven't seen much out of him.
Just give me a yes or no. Who? Drake London, Darnell Mooney, or Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Who are you picking?
Probably Drake London. I'm going to pick Drake London. I mean, you're just a D1 Mike Evans glazer I've ever seen.
I mean, you just said one of the most consistent and solid
I think I never heard you
I
think I never heard you say a bad thing about Mike Evans.
What's bad about Mike Evans?
I mean, he's just like a guy that gets you like 1,000 yards, but like I mean, he's getting I don't think he's not going to get that. I don't think he's going to get that next season.
Okay, so who are you putting? Enough about this Delulu talk that you're saying right now. Who are you? What do you have in the bracket? Like, what are you taking? You taking Falcons, and who's number 2 for you?
I think Bucks and then Panthers. I don't know. Maybe Panthers could be number 1 if they could. Bryce Young's looking better, and he's shown it towards the end. But I think they still need to rebuild a little bit more, but keep Bryce Young in the mix. Because I feel like he has a lot of potential and talent where he can lead the Panthers to greatness. So it's gonna be Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints. Saints, I don't know. They usually have great defense in the past. If they're all healthy, the defense is gonna be amazing. It just matters how Derek Carr is gonna be. Maybe they just need to pick another quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, nah. We got Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons, Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneers are at least above a 10-win team, 100%. Godwin fresh off injury, and they still have draft picks. Just saying. Falcons, Panthers have a lot. They have a lot. Like you said, Bryce playing out of his mind. They have a lot of options they can do in the draft, and I believe they have a couple more draft picks
I
this
mean,
year.
he was playing out of his mind with Adam Thielen. Like, dude,
Adam Thielen's a good number 2, and he's not.
he's not a number 1. That's the reason why Bryce Young just needs.
That's what I'm saying. But
more.
they pick up. I believe they have a lot more draft picks this year because their trades and all this. But Panthers, Falcons just they got a base. It just depends how their Penix does. And
I love Penix.
it's his first year. I don't think he's.
He's shown. He already played before, like
How many games?
like 3, but he's shown like.
Did he get taken out for Kirk Cousins?
No, he didn't.
Did he play at the end?
Yeah, he switched roles with Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins wasn't doing his job, so Michael Penix came in and did his job for him.
Did his job for him.
Mm-hmm. Because Kirk Cousins sucks now. So
They lost to the Panthers. An OT.
yeah, it was more of an offensive game. The defense didn't lead to that. And Panthers' defense sucks. So is Falcons could have a better defense next year. But we're just gonna bring that up probably next week, probably in the next radio show. But now we're gonna head into break.
Saints have nothing. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so we're gonna head into the break. What up, sports fans? Now we're gonna bring up have you ideal build a lineup with $15? So what I have right now is here. You want to look at it? We're gonna do the $5 aisle. Remember, Patrick Mahomes, for QBs.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes is $5. $4 is Jalen Hurts. $3 is Trevor Lawrence. $2 is Brock Purdy, and then $1 is Gardner Minshew. Here, I'll just show you this. Here.
Okay, this isn't gonna work.
It is going to work, but
All right, let's see it.
I think
So, Mahomes, Hurts, Lawrence, Prudy, Minshew. That's 5-1. Running back, McCaffrey, Saquon, Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott at $2, and not Mike, Devin Singletary. Man, this is blurry picture.
I know. Maybe we should just skip this.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Jamar
Alright.
Chase, T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk.
I know. I chose the
Juju
blurry.
Smith-Schuster.
I chose
And then-
blurry as.
Some dude on the Jaguars, I think.
Oh, it's Travis Etienne.
No, as a wide receiver.
Oh, Christian Kirk.
That looks like. We'll just go with Christian Kirk. And then
He's solid.
our other. It's not Christian Kirk. It says Jones, but we'll go with Christian Kirk. Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb. Devontae Smith. Oh my God.
Okay, never mind. Just
What is this?
we can cut this off.
Did you get this on like an MP3
I
player?
did get it on Google or something. I was just looking up something, but I was trying.
Here. I can make my lineup real quick.
No.
I don't
I
need to read it
got.
out.
We could do start, sit, and drop instead.
Let me see it. I need to
No,
make a
no,
lineup.
no,
I need
no.
to make a lineup. Let me see it.
Just make your own lineup in your head.
I don't remember them.
Okay, next.
I can
We'll do
barely-
this next
I
week.
can
We'll do
barely
this.
read them.
We'll do this next week.
Fine,
Let's
we'll
not do it.
next week.
All right.
Chop and cut that photo. Do something with it.
Okay, so I mean, let's talk about. Would you start Max Crosby, Michael Parsons? Start, sit, and drop. We're doing that. Max Crosby, Michael Parsons, and Nick Bosa. 3 solid defenses. Nick Bosa, yeah, not Joey Bosa. Nick Bosa is way better than Joey Bosa.
Mm-hmm. You think?
Yeah.
Way better?
Not way better. I think he has a little edge over him. I mean, Joey Bosa looks cooler than him, but with the long hair.
What are you
Nah,
talking
he
about?
looks cool. He has long hair.
He looks good. I like the way he looks.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Okay. Number 1. I gotta go Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's a dog. Number 2. Dude, this is hard.
I know. That's why I did it.
Well, you gotta think about Max Crosby. I mean, he's kind of lethal for his team. Michael Parsons is lethal for his team. But you gotta think who they're edge rushing with. I mean, they got nobody. Both of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
Who I think's better? I have no idea. We'll go Michael Parsons.
I was gonna go with Nick Bosa, Max Crosby, and Michael Parsons.
They're exchangeable, though. I mean, I literally can't pick.
Max Crosby's.
Give me one
Crosby's a
reason why
demon.
Max Crosby is better than Michael Parsons. You can't, and then I can't.
I
give
mean, he
you
did
one-
better than him this season,
Okay,
but Michael Parsons had nobody,
that's what I'm saying.
and so did Max Crosby. He's in the Raiders. So
I mean, if I'm telling you, if you win
they're kind of
against,
similar in
that's what I'm saying. You can't,
stats wise.
it's hard to compare.
That is true. And now let's do this one. This one's kind of controversial one that I like to bring up. Start.
If you give me one
Sit
more
and
Mike
ju-
Evans one, I swear to God.
No more Mike Evans because I know you raged about him first. But Khalil Mack, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt.
Okay, this one's kind of easy.
All right.
Myles Garrett's number 1, and then it was T.J. Watt and who else?
Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah, and then T.J. Watt and Khalil Mack.
I think T.J. Watt's number 1. I mean, just
Over Myles Garrett?
yes.
How?
I mean, he has more sacks than him. And during one year, he had
During
22
what year was that?
2021, he had 22.
20. You're literally talking about 4 years ago.
Yeah, but if you have to
4
talk,
years ago.
T.J. Watt's better. He's always been a
4
better.
years ago. You
T.J.
said who's
Watt
better?
is-
Who's better? It's like me saying, "Oh, who's better?" Right now, Barry Sanders or Melvin Gordon. Like what?
I mean, T.J. Watt's just a great player, and no one
Do you
wants
think
to
Myles
face
Garrett's
him.
worse than him right now?
I mean, they just, I don't know.
Well, that's the question.
I think,
I mean, if it's talking about like their whole career, then it'd be different stuff.
I mean, T.J. Watt is a great player, and I don't know, he's more, I feel like, explosive and athletic. Myles Garrett has more pure strength, and he does have speed on his side too, but it's pretty even with both of them.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
Myles Garrett's just a bigger guy.
What
but
does that have to
T.J.
do with
Watt has-
anything?
I don't know. I think it's,
You're
it's my
naming off-
opinion. It's my opinion.
They both play DN. What does him being bigger have to do with anything?
I mean, I don't know. I think T.J. Watt is still a better DN than him. And then Myles Garrett at, like, I'm sitting him and then dropping Khalil Mack. I mean, Khalil Mack was a great player when he was with the Bears, but right now he's not the same guy that he was back then. But he still is a very solid player with Joey Bosa by his side. But I want to bring up one more.
Wait.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to fact check, like, everything?
I did fact check. How many sacks did T.J. Watt have?
He probably had less this year, but sacks don't matter unless you have more pressure.
What are you talking about?
And Steelers' defense really showed last season with having him on the team. And he was injured, so coming off of an injury.
Oh my God! What? Are you? He plays linebacker. Myles Garrett plays DN. Myles Garrett has 2.5 more sacks than he does.
But who has more tackles?
He plays linebacker.
So? I think T.J. Watt's still a better player than him.
In what category?
In any category.
He plays linebacker. Myles Garrett plays DN. Khalil Mack plays linebacker.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying Khalil Mack is, I put him last. I dropped Khalil Mack.
Yeah, but you have two linebackers and a DN.
Yeah, I'm saying best defensive player.
Okay, definitely Myles Garrett.
T.J. Watt.
How?
Always been. All his quarterbacks are scared. He
gets-
can play coverage, and he can get tackles, and he can sack. So he's a package in one deal.
I mean, you have to look up some actual stats about Myles Garrett literally pressure on percentage of snaps. He plays linebacker, which, if we're going overall, who we think is the best defensive player, Fred Warner. Fred Warner?
I mean,
How? Give me one reason why Fred Warner is not the best defensive player in the league.
I still think T.J. Watt's better than him.
No way, bro. No way. T.J. Watt over Myles Garrett and Fred Warner.
Yeah. He's a demon. I think he's just a better player overall. No one wants to see a guy like him on the field. That's because he can catch the ball in the air. Like he can do coverage and while putting pressure on the QB and going through the O-line.
What? He can get pressure and coverage at the same time?
Not at the same time, but he does it at the game. And so he has two things on him that makes him a great defensive player.
I don't know. Maybe Myles Garrett needs to work on his coverage. Maybe his quarterback throwing skills too. Is that it?
That doesn't deal with any of the defense.
Okay.
Okay. T.J. Watt he's just better defensive overall.
Do you think he's more crucial to his team than Myles Garrett?
Yes.
New question. I feel like
Okay.
we're getting more delusional day by day.
What do you mean?
I mean what I mean.
T.J. Watt is a great player.
He is a great player.
He's better than Myles
No,
Garrett.
he's not. There's no way he's better than Myles Garrett.
Okay, one more. We're doing Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, and Jared Goff.
Oh my God. Name that one more time.
Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, and Jared Goff. Like, if you had to start, sit, and drop.
Citizenship bowl, dude. This is rough. You gotta say Jared Goff. This is currently, right? Not all time. Currently.
Overall career.
That's what we've been doing this whole time?
Yes. It's not currently overall career. That's why I put T.J. Watt first. We've been doing overall career, like, stats-wise, not currently right now in the NFL. If you did currently right now with the NFL, it'll definitely go Jared Goff and then Matthew Stafford and Russell Wilson. That's easy. We will all say that.
You've been doing career this whole time?
Career, yes.
Bro, okay. I literally asked that question. Not even on the first one. You said, currently. But no. All time, it goes Wilson, Stafford, Goff. And that's the only correct order.
That is true. If you look back,
Super Bowl?
it matters
Pretty
if you
solid.
win Super Bowls. Jared Goff did go to the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Jared, it doesn't matter. He's had really bad seasons. He's had 2 good seasons, I think. Stafford's been he's played really good. Stafford's played really good.
I never seen him terrible.
I know he's always been kind of consistent.
That's
he's
what I like
always-
about him.
You're always gonna get.
He's like a Mike Evans type guy. Always consistent, you know. He's a
Mike Evans is above average.
no. That's really what Matthew Stafford is.
Matthew
Consistent.
Stafford's not
and
above
above-
average. Currently.
I don't know.
Currently, he's not above average.
He did take the Rams to the playoffs this year, and he had Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp out, so he had to just deal with who is it? I think he only had to pass to.
Robinson.
No, it was Jordan Whittington. Yeah, exactly. That's what he had to pass to, and Matthew Stafford still led the Rams to the playoffs, and that's what it means. Even though he can't get out of the pocket, he's slow. He just has consistency with his pass.
Matthew Stafford or Mike Evans?
Matthew Stafford.
That you mean that? That better be a joke.
You're not-
That better be a joke.
What?
You think Matt Stafford's had a better career than Mike Evans?
He might as
answer-
well.
answer.
He might as well. Okay, but
Don't give your little pinky toe response.
we had to
Stuff is
go
big.
right now. We had to go.
Okay.
And we can.
It's a yes
Let's-
or no question.
Okay, so for all the fans out there, who do you think is better, Matthew Stafford or Mike Evans in career-wise? So we'll see you guys later.